Yeah, please come.
May I come in, sir?
Come. Go.
Good morning, sir. Good morning,
Yeah,
sir.
good morning, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. When is your interview?
Sir, I'm yet to get the date. It's
Okay,
not in
second
phase
phase.
1.
After 16th February. Very good.
Yes.
And political science is your optional.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next 15 seconds, tell us something about you.
Sir, I'm SRISHTI Dabas. I was born and brought up in Delhi.
Okay.
I have done my graduation and post-graduation in political science honors, post which I worked for a brief period with the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. And so currently I'm working with the Reserve Bank of India, posted to the Central Office, Mumbai.
Okay. Okay. Now, your governor is there in World Economic Forum. Okay. What is the message he has given? Did you follow that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, what was the message he has given?
So he mentioned that currently the Indian economy is very robust,
Okay.
and we are tackling inflation.
Okay.
So currently the inflation is 5.7%, and we are working to bring it down further.
Okay, great. Now, see, you got also gold medal in the graduation.
Yes, sir.
In the entire university or in your college?
University, sir. The University of Delhi.
Okay, and the subject was political science?
Yes, sir.
So basically you are the topper in the graduation.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
Very good. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Now, this is the statement, quote and unquote. We see morality in speeches and writings. We don't find it in practice. Quote and unquote. And your understanding.
So the quote basically points towards the mismatch between what people say and what people do. So
Okay.
this shows a lack of integrity, and hence the words, actions and thoughts of people are not aligned.
Okay. As a student of political science, if I say conflict anywhere has consequences everywhere, give me some examples, and next 30 seconds yours time.
Yes, sir. So in today's era of globalization, we see that the entire world is very much interconnected and interrelated, and hence any crisis in one part of the world will definitely impact other part of the world. For instance, we see the Russia-Ukraine war, or be it the Israel-Hamas conflict. So they are impacting each and every part of the world, I would say. So that is what the quote shows.
Now, if I say whatever is happening in Afghanistan, in Pakistan,
Yes, sir.
in Iran, and in the Red Sea, has implications for India's internal security.
Yes, sir.
So, tell us something about, the implications.
So all these crises are hampering the safety and security of India.
Okay.
It is leading to a lot of chaos in terms of the strategic peace of the region. So regional stability is being hampered. So be it the clash between Taliban and Pakistan, or between Iran and Pakistan for that matter. So there would certainly be fallouts and multiplier impact on the stability of India, sir. And
why India is silent about, Iran-Pakistan strikes? India should say something, but India is silent.
So we are not silent, I believe, sir. I read that our stand was, India mentioned that India has zero tolerance towards terrorism. And it was also mentioned that for countries' self-defense, if some actions are taken by nations, they are justified.
Okay, very good.
Thank
now
you, sir.
my, last two questions. One on Reserve Bank of India.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, I saw in the newspaper neobanks. So what is your understanding of neobanks?
Yes, sir. So this is a very recent development whereby we are transforming the physical brick and mortar banks into online digital banks. So there won't be a physical structure per se, but it would be digital banking, which will enhance accessibility and affordability for all people. So, sir, it would be a step in the right direction if we come up with more neobanks.
Application of artificial intelligence and machine learning in the banking operations. Your take.
Yes, sir. So, AI and ML, sir, both can be used particularly for fraud detection. That would be one area. Secondly, sir, for keeping a check on, so I would say loans and their recovery. So, sir, that will help in reducing the NPAs. Thirdly, sir, credit history that is given to the consumers, that can be checked properly with the use of AI and ML.
Okay, last question. Do you believe that India would be a developed country by the year 2047? Yes or no?
Indeed, sir. Yes, sir.
Why and how?
Sir, currently we see that the trajectory of India is very much in the right direction, be it our geopolitical standing on the global front, or be it our economics, as we have become the 5th largest economy. So also the Indian Navy is doing great. So hence our footprints globally are also increasing. India as the net security provider and the first responder with respect to any global crisis or disaster. So there also the role of India is prominent. And so with regards to how will we become, I would say all these things we have to multiply and keep on working on various fronts, be it our domestic development with regards to health, education, infrastructure development, or our global positioning on various issues.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
SRISHTI,
Yes, sir.
you have been from Indraprastha College, IP College for Women, na? From
Yes,
Delhi University. You tell me, what is the specialty of your, any special contribution of your college, any idea?
Yes, sir. So we have various cells in the college. So we have an SC/ST cell, which looks after the rights of the minorities. We also have an anti-ragging cell in the college. So, sir, and also we have an environment club, Eco Club, which works on promoting solar energy within the campus of the college. So, sir, these are the certain things.
So any famous alumni of your college you can mention?
Yes, sir. So, I remember a speaker is there from a college, speaker of Lok Sabha. So I am currently forgetting the name, sorry.
Okay, no issue. Okay, now you are working as officer in grade B in RBI and getting a monthly salary of around 2.8 lakh. And you want to join civil services. Won't it be a little going down in that sense that here you will start again with 60,000-70,000 rupees?
So money for me has never been a consideration, to be very honest. I feel what RBI is giving to me is also much more than what I require. So
it is very vital, no doubt. Don't you think money is also important?
It is, but as far as I'm able to fulfill my basic needs and take care of my mother and brother, so I would be happy in the salary that I will receive with the civil services.
So your real interest is for in civil services, what you look forward?
Sir, I look forward for public service. I really wish to be among the people and work at the grassroots level to bring about social welfare and social cohesion among people, sir.
Okay, you have been born and brought up in Delhi and studied in Delhi and now working in Mumbai. So
Yes.
what are the 2-3 things from each Delhi and Mumbai you would like to bring on table, which are the best practices? Can you share?
Yes, sir. So with regards to Delhi, so firstly the Delhi Metro, the infrastructure is really great, and that is something that we need to emulate among other states also. So secondly would be the odd even scheme which we have implemented in Delhi. So that I believe is useful in reducing the vehicular
There was
pollution.
a lot of criticism when it was introduced last time. After that, it was never introduced again.
Yes, sir, but I believe the benefits that come along with the scheme, so for reducing pollution, and
Okay.
if implemented in the right manner
Okay.
with stakeholder consultation, so it can be a great.
These two things from Delhi. What about from Mumbai?
So with regards to Mumbai, so firstly would be the beautification which is done along the riverfronts. Say for instance, we have Marine Drive and Worli Sea Link. The way it is beautified, it helps in tourism and also maintaining cleanliness. So that is something that Delhi in particular can copy. So secondly would be the street food of Mumbai. That is something which everyone appreciates and enjoys. So thirdly, the Bollywood industry of Mumbai. So that we can decentralize across India.
So you would like to bring Bollywood to Delhi?
Why not, sir? We can certainly decentralize it and have more opportunities for people all across India for better accessibility.
Okay. And another difference you find, you are being a woman, women's safety in Mumbai versus women's safety in Delhi. What do you think? Which is better place for women, more safer place for women, and why?
So Mumbai is more safer because of the nightlife that is there, and also because of the efforts of the Mumbai police. There we have special women cells in the traffic police of women, so that helps.
So don't your father was in Delhi police, and I was reading through your
Yes.
desk. So don't you think Delhi police is not fully equipped to deal with women's safety issues?
So there's a long way to go. We need to work on a lot of fronts. For
Where we are
instance,
lacking in Delhi?
so the use of technology is something that we need to improve upon in Delhi. Say for instance, usage of AI for more CCTV coverages. So secondly, community policing is something that we need. That is, I believe, Delhi is lacking behind, because we are following the top-down approach and the role of stick more. So in that way, as recently Honorable Prime Minister had also mentioned, that police should work with data and not danda. So that is something that we need to focus upon.
Okay, suppose a woman, being a woman in night, suppose you want to travel in night somewhere in Delhi, your parents will always say, come home early.
Yes, sir.
So do you think what should be done for a safer night journey for women in Delhi? What comes to your mind, three things which should be done?
So firstly would be, as I mentioned, use of technology, better surveillance cameras to act as deterrents for the wrongdoers. Secondly would be, a dedicated helpline for women. Though we have it currently also, but particularly with regards to the traffic police, so that distress calls can be handled at the earliest. And so thirdly would be stationing more women officers at night all across the area.
What about lighting, darkness?
Yes,
Dark
sir.
areas are more prone to these type of things.
Right, sir. Lightning should also be improved, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So Shrishti, you're from IP College.
Yes.
Now, IP College has been in news for the wrong reasons with respect to its cultural festival. What were the reasons, and then what should be done with respect to that?
Yes, sir. Indeed, it was a concern. Recently, some people had gone over the wall of the college during the college fest, and they misbehaved with some.
That was not the first time in Delhi University.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sadly, it wasn't. So, sir, certain steps need to be taken. Even the college has also taken some steps. First, constituting a committee to basically look into the root causes of why such incidents are taking place at the first instance. So, secondly, to give certain punishment to the wrongdoers, because that is how it will create a deterrent effect. And so thirdly, enhancing the safety and security of the college premises by having more security guards.
Do you think banning of entries of boys in a girls' college would be a good solution to this issue?
No, sir, I don't believe so. Because if such a thing is done, then I think it will further motivate people to go against the law and go against the ban. So, sir, certain regulations are required, but not such strict restrictions.
All right. Now, since your father is from the police, now, but police in general, especially I'm talking about Delhi, has a negative perception. The people have a negative perception regarding police. Now, what are these reasons, and what can the police do to come out of that image?
So there are certain reasons for the same. First, the elitism that comes with police and the lack of dialogue between police and general public. Secondly, sir, the use of force by police, that is seen as hard power being used by the police on common man. And thirdly, the perception that police is very much corrupt, that is also prevalent. So because of that, the non-corrupt officials are also seen in the same light. So these are the reasons. And regarding the solutions, so the first and foremost would be to have better communication channels between the police and common man, so that grievances of the common man reach the police. So secondly, sensitive training of the police personnel, so that they know what exact concerns are. So these would be the steps.
Now, you're a PSIR student.
Yes.
Now, if you have to point out one of the biggest mistakes of Henry Kissinger in the 20th century with respect to international relations, what would that be?
So it would be supporting Pakistan during the Indo-Pak War. I believe then also had they supported India, that would have been great, sir.
All right. Now, you're from RBI, so let's get into a little bit of economics.
Yes, sir.
Now, there's something called as liquidity adjustment facility or liquidity adjustment corridor. What is this corridor? Why is it called a corridor? Which means there is an upper limit to it and a lower limit to it. What are these limits?
Yes, sir. This is with respect to taking repo rate at center and then having on both sides. On one side, we had the reverse repo rate at once, but now, yes, sir, now it has been changed to SDF.
Okay.
And so on other hand, we have the marginal standing facility, MSF.
All right.
So, sir, because of the presence of these two ends, it is called as a corridor.
How does the RBI control inflation through this LAF corridor?
So by open market operations, selling and buying of the government securities, and also by changing these repo rates and even the SDF and MSF. So
But
this
how
promotes.
does that transmission happen? Suppose there is high inflation in the country. How does the RBI, what action does the RBI take for inflation to go down?
So to reduce the inflation, RBI will have to first reduce the money supply, and that it does by increasing the repo rate, the policy rate that we call. And it is the Monetary Policy Committee that takes that decision.
Okay. Is there an operational target? Are you aware of there is a word called operational target that it tries to target? What is that operational target?
So for inflation, it is
Yes.
4 plus minus 2, sir.
No. There's something else. I'll tell you later.
Okay,
Now, there is something called as Basel norms.
Yes, sir.
What are these Basel norms and why were they introduced?
So these norms were introduced as a set of guidelines for banks all across the world, introduced by the Bank of International Settlement. And countries basically are given certain checks and balances to keep a check on various risks that emanate, be it market risk, credit risk, or operational risk. So till now we have had 3 Basel norms. So the first one, so should I go into details?
Let's go about the Basel III norms. What are
Yes.
the major highlights of that?
So the credit to risk weighted asset ratio is 1, whereby a certain amount of capital has to be kept aside,
What
keeping
is the
in.
credit to risk weighted ratio? How do you define it?
So it is also known as the capital adequacy ratio.
Yes.
So it is that capital which a bank needs to keep aside to be able to tackle the various risks that come about.
All right.
So next,
That's okay.
Okay.
Now, in the last 3-4 days, trading days, the stock markets have gone down.
yes, sir.
Now, it has to do with the actions of the Federal Reserve, the communication of the Federal Reserve,
Yes.
which is also resonated in India by the speeches of the RBI governor. How was the action of Federal Reserve impacting the stock markets in India?
So it was basically because of the common perception which was there in the market that the Fed will soon reduce its policy rates, but that did not happen, and this thing was communicated from USA that the Fed is not soon going to reduce its policy rates, because of which their led to a lot of FII outflows from India. That became the basic reason for the crash of the stock market.
My final question to you is, since you've worked on transgender issues
Yes,
as
sir.
well, now there has been a talk in the Indian Army for induction of transgenders. What is your view on this particular issue? Did you hear about this?
So particularly, I'm not aware of the stand of army.
But suppose if you're
But
aware of-
generally,
yes,
yes,
what is
sir.
your view?
Sir, I would say certainly, sir. All sorts of genders should be inducted in the army. So the same debate goes with respects to induction of women also in army. So regardless of the sex and gender of a person, so equal opportunity should be provided, and even the right to equality as our Indian Constitution also gives to all people. So that should be across all sectors, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.